Yeah, welcome to this video. This will be a 15-minute game with 10-second increment here played on ICC between my friend Brandon and me. He's got a YouTube channel as well, and we did two of those videos earlier where we both do commentary on the same game played live, so you can watch both videos and compare the thoughts and ideas. Yeah, we'll have a Queen's Gambit here. So I go knight f3 now, and let's see what he's playing. Yeah, we're playing this on the ICC because it allows to choose the time freely, so that play Catalan here, so that we can use 10-second increment. It's better, I think, than playing without increment for these games. And yeah, the ratings here you can basically ignore. It's mine is blank. I never played this time control before. I play 15-minute in this pool system where you get a paired opponent where the system chooses one, the auto pairing. I never played any games with a challenge system like here. Yeah, I took on c4. I just continue development and try to get this c4 pawn later. Yeah, and Brandon, I think, played 1 or 2 games with this time. So his rating is far too low compared to what he will get after a couple of games. He's just new on ICC. So c5 is a main line. I just castle here. And now knight c6. Yeah, in this position, black has quite some pressure on the d4 pawn. I need to do something with the d pawn now. And there are a couple of moves. Queen a4 is a move, dc5 is a move, and knight e5 is a move. Knight e5 is the most, maybe the most aggressive move. I think there's also knight a3. I think Nakamura recently played this against Kaidanov, but I don't know it. I don't know the line. D takes c5 usually leads to a very slight endgame advantage after takes on d1, rook d1, bishop c5, knight b d2, and then c3 returns the pawn. I think I'll play knight e5. This is maybe the most aggressive move, and I'm not sure that Brandon knows the theory really, so he needs to think here. The neat idea, or one of the ideas of this move, is that knight takes d4 loses immediately due to e3, and the knight is attacked, and if it retreats you can exchange on d8, and then knight f7 wins the rook. Or e3, knight c6, you can just capture it and win at least the exchange. So knight takes d4 instantly loses the game. Black's normal move here is bishop to d7. He can also take on e5, but this is considered to be comfortable for white. This pawn on e5 is just very disturbing for black. Yeah, white has got the brilliant bishop on g2, and the c4 pawn you will get back almost immediately with knight a3. So bishop d7 is by far the main move here. Yeah, he doesn't know that line, so he needs to figure it out himself. Yeah, very often players who don't know it take on e5, don't play bishop d7. On bishop d7, I will play knight to a3, and then take on c4 with the a3 knight. So bishop d7, knight a3, c takes d4, knight a takes c4, and white is ready to recapture on e5 with the new knight here appearing on c4. Then it usually continues bishop c5, bishop f4, queen b3, rook to f1, fd1, rook c1. Yeah, as I guessed, he decided to take it. Yeah, now black can choose between taking on d1 or playing knight d7 immediately. I think knight d7 or knight d5. Yeah, this is also possible. So what should I play now? One idea is a move that needs to be checked nonetheless is e4, attacking the knight, but it would blunt the bishop. I would destroy his castling rights, take on d8, king d8, but playing e4 is just with this bishop a move you don't really want to play. So I must consider other ideas here. Yeah, knight a3 is certainly possible. Trying to get the pawn back. It's yeah, he could cover it with knight b6, but this would be immensely time consuming. On knight a3 he could also play c3, but also yeah, this seems far too slow. Yeah, I try to get the pawn back this way. Getting quickly to c4 with the knight is quite nice. Yeah, c3 now looks really risky. I think I would just take. Okay, he decided to continue his development very sensibly. So just takes on c4. Or do I have some other great idea? Don't think so. I'll take it. Yeah, I think black should castle now. I don't see another move really. If he doesn't castle, I'll play knight d6. Let's say b5. It looks insane, but let's just check it. b5. I'll go knight. Yeah, I could also play knight e3, but knight d6, yeah, takes, pawn takes, and he cannot take with the queen because of e4 wins the knight. I'm just threatening knight d6 now, establishing a piece there or a pawn. If he would take, I take with the pawn, and I will play e4 and e5. This would be terrible. I think he must castle. If I play knight d6 then there might be other ideas, because it's not a check. He can maybe try to somehow evict this knight. Okay, he just castled. Yeah, knight d6 is not out of this world. I still wonder if I have some ideas related to this knight position. One problem that black often faces in this Catalan structure is that he doesn't have a really good square for the queen. The queen could go to c7. This is about the only decent square. I'm thinking about queen b3 at the moment. Queen b3, rook g1, something along these lines. This looks pretty decent. Queen b3 would also prevent b5 for the moment, any b-pawn move. And on rook d1 I would threaten e4, so that he most probably needs to go to c7. Yeah, black's position is somewhat passive, but it is solid. Okay, so I'll do that. Don't want to think ages here. Yeah, I must again apologize for the bottle noises, but if I don't drink something in this 30 minutes of the game, I would most likely lose consciousness. Yeah, so what should black do now? He could sort of prophylactically move the queen away to c7, where it might need to go anyway. b6 could be an idea. Trying to play bishop d7, but after rook d1 you're pretty much forced to play queen c7, and I'm not sure you want to do that. Okay, he seems to still entertain the idea of playing b5. I see. So should I still play rook d1? I mean, b5 is not a threat, as the rook is hanging on b8. So rook d1, b5, e4 is a valid option. Yeah, it needs to go to d1 anyway, I think. And b5 I could also play just knight e3, probably. Okay, so he cannot really go b5. e4 is the threat now. Queen c7, yeah. Queen c7, I think, must be played now. Or, I mean, I'm not threatening anything at the moment, besides e4, of course. What I want to say is that maybe he can also play bishop d7. Yeah, but it looks very weird. Yeah, queen c7 looks just like the normal move. Yeah, and what should I do on queen c7? I cannot, yeah, I played it. I cannot really really go for bishop takes d5. This is insane. Takes, rook takes, bishop e6, and I'll lose material with b5 to come. Yeah, the normal move here would be a4, preventing b5 for the moment, and then after that see how to continue. I still wonder about I'm still thinking about e4. e4, knight moves, and then knight to d6, if this is an option. Knight d6, bishop f4, supporting this piece on d6. Or should I really play e4, a4, sorry, a4, preventing the b-pawn move? Yeah, I still feel I should do that. b5 looks really really annoying. If he plays b6 now, which would be a normal idea. Then maybe knight d6 is an idea. Also intending knight to b5, harassing the queen. Knight d6 was even an idea instead of a4, but it looks, I don't know, it looks a bit premature. I'm not sure what it is really doing on d6. Yeah, b6. I could do a slow move, bishop d2, sort of threatening e4. Or I could play e4 immediately, or I could play knight to d6. Quite some choice. Come on, let's go knight d6. If everything else fails, I still can take on c8 and get two bishops. Yeah, of course, if he takes d6 now, bishop d6, e d6, queen d6, there's e4, and I win the knight. I think. I hope that's not. No, there is no trick. I was briefly thinking there might be some trick. Yeah, what would be the normal response to this move? One thing I'd consider would be bishop a6, attacking the pawn, but I would have knight b5 as a good reply. After which the queen doesn't have a really good square to go, where it still covers the a7 pawn. But knight b5 is an idea anyway. So I hope this move is annoying for black. One idea is also to play, probably at some point, bishop d2 and then e4. After which the d5 knight doesn't have a square really. Yeah, it's a difficult position for black. It's not obvious what active moves he could play. Yeah, bishop a6. Yeah, that's another interesting idea for black now is the move c5 to c4, which is maybe a possibility. But I think knight to b5 must be a good move, really. Where should the queen go now? Queen d7 runs into e4. Queen c6, I just take a7. And queen b7 is in the middle, in this long diagonal. And it just looks terrible. I don't see a direct refutation at the moment, but it's certainly bad for black. Queen to b7, even rook takes d5 might be feasible. Yeah, rook takes d5, e d5, bishop d5, and it's a huge compensation. Queen d7, then e6 is winning. Yeah, rook d5 looks terrible. So okay, I can. Can I kind of just take a7 now? I mean, I'm not saying that he had anything better, but I think I can take it. Yeah, I guess so. I'll just take the pawn and retreat with the knight. If he attacks it in a way, I just drop it back and have an extra pawn. I don't think he can play something like queen c7, knight b5, queen e5, because of takes on d5 and bishop f4, wins the exchange. Maybe there's even something better, but this should be enough to hinder this idea. Yeah, but where should he go? Queen d7. Yeah, I'll retreat. Yeah, he tries to get onto this pawn. Okay, let's drop this back and attack the queen. If he takes e5 now, there's also... Oops. No, this was a mouse slip. Yeah, he's got trouble with his mouse. Told me that before, he needs to get a new one. He wanted to take on e5, obviously. I send a take back. Yeah, do a take back. This is
take
a mouse
back accepted.
Yeah, this is just a mouse slip, and he really has got this problems with his mouse. So no big deal. We'll continue from here. So what now? What about e4? E4 is the normal looking move. Driving the knight away and then playing bishop f4, winning the exchange on b8. The only question is, if I play e4, what kind of possible intermediate moves does he have? Something like c4, for example. But then I can, I think, just move the queen away to a square where it isn't attacked immediately, like f3 or something. Yeah, that must be correct. It must be correct. So c4. Okay, c4 I could also just take. Wouldn't be terrible, I think. But then he would have rook c8, gaining a tempo and saving the exchange. So on c4, I'd like to move the queen to a safe square. I only wonder what might happen. Let's say c4, queen f3, knight b4, bishop f4, and queen takes b2. This might be slightly irritating. His knight on b4, the c pawn on c4, and giving away the b2 pawn. I'm not too sure that this is so great. Yeah, anyway, c4 is the only move to pose me any kind of problem, I think. But maybe I should just take it. Yeah, I should just take it. This is much simpler, I guess. I would take the pawn on c4, let's say rook c8, queen e2. And after the knight moves anywhere, b4 something, I play bishop f4. Okay, didn't play c4. Okay, this was the idea anyway. But c4 I can take. I think this is better than a queen move. Yeah, now black's queen has exactly two squares. This one also. So just take it, or is there something else? So according to Larry Christensen's rule, if you see a good move, look for a better move. I'm not sure that I agree to that, really. If you say a good move, it's often a good idea to play it. Yeah, if you see a good move, look for a better move, is his credo, but okay, I cannot catch the queen. The queen doesn't have much square, so you could really think about some trapping mechanisms, but there is nothing to trap the queen, I think. e5, queen g6, and I cannot attack it. So I grab the rook here, the exchange. So I'm a clean exchange up. How do I win this now? Yeah, does he have any counterplay really? Not at the moment. It's all nicely coordinated. What should I play? Thinking about rook d7 really. It looks it prepares doubling on the d file, and it threatens e5. e5 would win the e7 bishop basically. So rook d7. It's certainly not bad. Yeah, at least I hope. I hope I'm not blundering the rook or something. But it looks like a decent idea. If black does nothing move now, I'll play e5 and win the e7 bishop. Yeah, maybe something like knight to c6 if this is playable. Not entirely sure. Black's pieces are a bit strangely tied together. Yeah, not sure what black should do now. Hard to get any kind of compensation for the exchange. What you would love to do is the e7 bishop. If this would somehow if it would be possible to somehow activate this piece, it would be entirely different. Okay, so e5, which really weakens the whites the light squares in this position. Looks pretty weakening. Knight c7 to d5 is an idea. Okay, but maybe just rook d1 first. And what's the idea of this move? What I was trying to say earlier is that this e7 bishop is the problem. If it would be active, let's say on d4, it's not very realistic that black would manage to black would manage to do that, but this would be really entirely different. Okay, so let's say rook a1. Maybe he goes bishop c8 then, and I'm not sure where all this is leading. Knight c7 is also an option. Might have c4 then. Okay. I think maybe I should play bishop to f1 with the idea of going bishop c4. The bishop is not doing much on g2 really, and it would be much better on c4. And if he goes bishop f1, if he goes bishop c8, I retreat the rook, and on bishop e6 I can play bishop c4 maybe. Yeah, this could be a good idea. The only issue of getting the bishop to c4 is that my king position looks really weak. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not. I don't need to play this immediately, but bishop c8, it's a problem. If I retreat the rook, this bishop e6 move is really annoying. Of course, there's also knight c7. Okay. Is this rook on d7 doing anything good anyway in this position? Or should I just move it away prophylactically? Knight c7 doesn't bring anything because of bishop c8. Yeah, really somewhat difficult. But I don't see what he can do really to my king position. Okay, I'll drop this back and go bishop to c4 after this bishop c8, bishop e6 maneuver. Still, I need to be careful to, if I remove this this piece from the king side. One thing that I always have to keep in mind is to to possibly return the exchange at the proper moment, because the light squares that black has just weakened with e5 would guarantee me a pretty nice advantage anyway. So let's say he moves bishop c8, then I would retreat the rook, but if I would just play rook d1, returning the exchange with bishop d7, rook d7, this would be rather nice for me, because bishop c4 would come, attacking f7, the rook is on the 7th, I have a nice knight on b5. He's got a similar position piece on b4, but the difference is in the bishops. My bishop on c4 would be, in any case, much stronger than the e7 bishop. So bishop c8, rook a to d1 is not bad at all, I hope. Okay, he intends to immediately go to d4 with the knight. Yeah, this was an idea, of course, as well. So if he goes knight e4, I can just take it. Somehow, I don't know, this whole position, it looks a bit shaky for black. I don't know. The a6 bishop is unprotected. So should I just go bishop c4 then? Knight to a5 is just nonsense. Bishop c4. Knight d4, just take it. Okay. Yeah, I need to get going here. This puts pressure on f7. Possible idea could be rook d1, d3, f3, just attacking this pawn. I didn't see any big knockout. All right. So how should I take now? Maybe the a pawn, which would immediately open up the a file. Yeah, it must be good. Knight a5 is, as mentioned, just nonsense. He will go to d4. He cannot attack the rook with the queen, which is very reassuring that this won't happen. Yeah, must be fine. Knight d4. I can go basically anywhere with the queen. He just has a check on f3, and rook 1 to a7 is my next move. Pretty much whatever he's doing, I'll play this. Okay, this is right. Yeah, white square looks just okay, covering everything, and knight f3 is just a check, I hope. Knight f3, king g2, and Not much happening. Yeah, in fact, if he plays some sort of zero move now, he cannot move much anyway. Okay, this one. Yeah, should I take it or rook 1 to a7? Rook 1 to a7 looks... Or maybe take and rook a7.
Check.
Okay, let's grab this first. Don't need to hurry. And maybe just king g2. Yeah, overprotecting f3. So he will never be able to give this check. Rook a7 now. Or rook a8. Rook a7, yeah, looks good. Attacking f7. So bishop e7, yeah, pretty much the only move. Yeah, and how do I make progress then? Wow, really? This is this is a weird move. Okay, it's even not working tactically, but you never can exchange this knight. This is your only hope. He needed to go bishop e7, but I think this just loses tactically now. Takes e6. And queen takes, I just take d8 and takes here rook a8. Should win the bishop. Yeah, I'm picking up the bishop now. Yeah, but even strategically you cannot go knight e6 in this position. You need to keep this.
Black resigns.
If black needs to play this here, bishop e7, and then it's not so. I mean, white is winning, okay, but I still need to do some technical work. How would it start? Probably something like this. And black is very tied up. Yeah, black cannot move much. This is the problem. You cannot move this this bishop because of the threats on f7, and this knight is nicely positioned, but it doesn't have a move. And I will try slowly to improve the position, maybe with a possible f4 at some point. Queen moves f4. Also, one problem could be that if I give this check, let's say I don't know what black should play really. Some zero move.
Check.
Let's say something like this. I can go here with this idea, and this wins instantly. Yeah, I think a pretty interesting game. Thanks for watching, and make sure also to check the black players version of the commentary. I'll post the link in the description, and yeah, it's always interesting to compare those two commentaries. Yeah, thanks, and talk to you soon with new videos.